Dubious ones, welcome back to the channel for some more Marvel Rivals. Today we're looking at some brand new attires, some skins for all of your favorite heroes. We have 30 skins to reveal to you right now. So make sure you smash that subscribe button. Now let's take a look-see here. First, we have our newest character on the roster here. We've got the old Iron Fist, beautiful Swordmaster. This first appeared in Swordmaster 2019 issue number 1. So that is, of course, a for Iron Fist versus his regular look right here. Then we've got Squirrel Girl's alternate attire, which first appeared in US Avengers 2017 issue number 1. And now we've got, of course, Squirrel Girl's regular attire. Looks so cool. I'm a big fan. And then we've got a beautiful Luna Snow attire, the Shining Star attire here, which first appeared in Marvel Rivals Season 0. So this is an exclusive to Marvel Rivals, not from the comics or anything like that. Luna Snow's base attire also. She's definitely a fan favorite. But I do think this attire looks pretty sweet. Then we have, of course, one of the biggest fan favorites in the game. Spider-Man from Spider-Man No Way Home. Beautiful, appeared in Spider-Man No Way Home in 2021. Beautiful looking attire right there. Of course, this is your standard fare that you're getting with the base game. But very, very cool skin there. And a little bonus for you guys too, as there's Twitch drops that they're doing from December 6th through December 31st. And if you watch 4 hours of one of the partnered streams on Twitch, you will get this Magneto Will of Galacta costume, which is very, very cool. As you know, we don't really stream on Twitch these days. We stream more on YouTube. So unfortunately, I will not be able to get you one of these beautiful Will of Galacta costumes for Magneto. But I probably will have a stream on in the background somewhere to get that for myself. Now, next on the list, we have Venom with the Space Knight attire. I've never seen this costume before, but it first appeared in Venom Space Knight from 2015 issue number 1. But that looks badass. That's like a Punisher-style Venom attire. That's really cool looking. Of course, the regular look you get to Venom in the game as is. And then Psylocke. I was really disappointed by Psylocke's attire here, as I thought a regular attire looks that we know her for is much better. But that one, not as crazy. Here we go. We have the Vengeance attire, which is more of her standard fare that we first appeared in the Uncanny X-Men in 1981, issue number 256. So more of your classic look for Psylocke here. I want to see more of the attire, see what it looks like, because that looks pretty awesome. Now, here is one of my favorites out of all of them that I've seen so far. I wasn't a fan of Storm in the beta playing-wise, but my goodness, this attire. I love the Mohawk Rock. First appeared in the Uncanny X-Men in 1981, issue number 173, but from like the Age of Apocalypse style gear. Mohawk Rock Storm looks so cool. So cool. The regular Storm attire also looks actually really cool in this game. I am a fan of the model for her. And now finally, Magneto. One of the worst looking characters in my opinion in the game. This is his base attire. I was not a fan whatsoever of the regular Vanguard Magneto. But finally we get a more comic book looking, again, not quite exactly as I remember him. I'm thinking more, X-Men 97 look, or, the original X-Men animated cartoon from the 90s look. Those are the more comic book look I like. But this is closer to what I would like with the Master of Magnetism. This first appeared in the Uncanny X-Men 1963 issue number 1. Still looks badass, not gonna lie. Way, way, way better than what we have here, in my opinion. Looks too old here. But there you go. And then, of course, if we're gonna have Magneto, we can't have him without the Scarlet Witch. This one coming from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Very, very cool from the 2022 movie. I love this attire. Looks great. My daughter really liked this one as well. Of course, her regular look in the game is still pretty cool. My daughter thought her hair was a little bit too dark, though, in this one. But she still likes the model, as do I. And then, of course, we have Hela, Goddess of Death. First appeared in Thor, 1966, issue number 354. But that is a badass looking attire right there. Hela, of course, has a pretty cool attire as is.
Hela is here.
I don't know why the quality looks so terrible. 720 is not the greatest, I guess. But that's a very cool look for Hela. And then we're getting an awesome looking, unique to Marvel Rivals Season 0 attire for Hawkeye here. A Galactic Fangs. What do you guys think of that one? Another unique to Marvel Rivals attire here. Obviously, I actually really do like this model. I like the look of this attire actually better than the skin myself. This looks like he's on rollerblades or something. I'm not crazy about this attire, but I am a big fan of this one, personally, for Hawkeye. I think that looks badass. And then we're looking at Namor. Namor, whatever you want to call it, but appears in Marvel Studios' Black Panther, Wakanda Forever from 2022. So we are getting the movie attire here. I thought the attire they have for him in the game is actually pretty cool. I am a fan of this. This suit, it does look pretty good to me. But this also looks pretty sweet as well. And if you're a fan of the movie, you'll be a fan of the skin. Now this, one of the biggest downgrades, in my opinion, in the entire game. By far, Captain America, Captain Gladiator, first appeared in Planet Hulk 2015, issue number 1. I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of this attire for Captain America. I love the attire we got. Looks great. I think it's very, very comic book accurate. Looks cool. Got a cool little twist to it. More armor style, like Ironman style than regular like tights. I think it looks great. Now we've got Winter Soldier. He's got Revolution, which first appeared in Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty from 2022, issue number 6. I think that's a pretty cool looking attire, but I also think his base attire looks pretty sweet as well. This is pretty cool. He looks like a pretty cool character. I'm definitely going to be checking him out. But then we've got Punisher 2099. Look how cool that looks. That is badass. First appeared in Punisher 2099 from 1993, issue number 1. Look at this. Like, his regular model looks cool, but my god, does this ever look badass. Like, that's awesome. And then we've got Loki from Loki Season 2. It first appeared in Marvel Studios' Loki Season 2, 2023. And then the Loki look within the game also looks pretty cool, so I'm a fan. Then we've got Adam Warlock, which is more accurate to the movie, from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 from 2023. So if you weren't a fan of the wood look, my daughter doesn't really like, because it looks like he's made of wood in her opinion. What do you guys think? I don't know. I didn't mind the look, but if you're a fan of the movie, you'll probably be a fan of that skin, maybe a little bit more. Now, this to me looked like a Kraven the Hunter attire. This to me looks like Black Panther cosplaying as Kraven the Hunter. It's Bath's Chosen, first appeared in Marvel Legacy from 2017, issue number 1. It's really cool looking, but very much has Kraven the Hunter vibes to it. Of course, that is our standard Black Panther attire that we got in the game. Then we've got Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We got that towards the end of the movie. So you've got that attire. If you weren't a fan of her basic look, my daughter and I actually really enjoyed Mantis' base look in this. Thought she looks pretty cool. The more green theme to it. We like that. Then we've got a hilarious one for Jeff the Land Shark, Incognito Dolphin. First appeared in It's Jeff Infinity comic from 2021, issue number 3. Absolutely hilarious. Very cute. Very funny. As we know, Jeff the Land Shark, the cutest character in all of gaming. Well, at least in this game. He is adorable. Really, really fun character to use as well. And then we've got Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme of the Galaxy. First appeared in Doctor Strange from 2018, issue number 5. I think that's a really cool looking gear. Really cool looking attire. This is what we got in the base game. I didn't really hate this one either. I thought it looked pretty decent. I'm fine with it. If you like this, though, I do think this looks a little better, a little cooler. But it's really just a matter of preference. Then we've got Starlord from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Obviously, a more movie-accurate Starlord for you, Peter Quill. But to me, this version of Starlord here that they've got in the game, my daughter doesn't like it because she doesn't like the blue eyes, she doesn't like the blue colors, she thinks they should be red. I personally love this attire because it reminds me of Grifter from the Wildcats. So if any of you guys are fans of Image Comics and the Wildcats, you know who I'm talking about. This was a very Grifter-looking attire, and he was my favorite character, the Wildcats. So I loved that cartoon growing up. It only got one season, unfortunately. But I thought Grifter was such a cool character, and this Starlord really reminded me of him because he's got the dueling guns and everything. So this actually made me really enjoy playing him, whereas I might not have enjoyed him as much, honestly, if we just got the regular Starlord attire. So to me, I prefer this. My daughter prefers that. So there you go. And then we got Moon Knight is wonderful and looks incredible in this game. His model in the game as is looks gorgeous. Look at this model. One of the coolest looking characters in the game. Again, someone that I didn't really want. You know, the only comic I ever had that had him in it was when they had the amalgamation of DC versus Marvel, and he was fighting off against Batman, I believe. I believe Moon Knight was against Batman, if I remember correctly, and maybe he was against Loki. But either, yeah, that whoever he faced, that was the first time I'd ever seen him. I didn't know who Moon Knight was, but obviously now that we have the Marvel Disney show, we're getting the first appears in Moon Knight 2014 #1, but Mr. Knight here. Obviously, I know him from the Marvel TV show when we got to see Moon Knight. I actually enjoyed that show, but I love this attire. That looks so cool. But so does his base. Like, they did him justice. This looks so cool. I think he looks like one of the most badass characters in the game. That's just an awesome, awesome job they did, both on the skin as well as the original model. This, for me, this is such an upgrade. This, to me, looks so cool. What a cool looking Peni Parker. First appeared in Edge of Spider-Geddon in 2018, issue #2. But this, to me, looks so much cooler than the base attire. I'm not a fan of the base attire. The Peni Parker model looks cool, but I'm not a fan of the way the mech looks. I'm just not. I'm not a big fan of it, but this looks way cooler. So definitely an upgrade in my opinion there. And then we've got Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I mean, it is what it is. It's Groot. I prefer the actual in-game model that they've got. I like the glowy eyes. I kind of like the more cartoony vibe to him. So I really enjoyed this this skin personally. And then we have Thor from Thor Love and Thunder. I think that looks super cool. That looks awesome. And I was not a fan of how they made him look in the game. I'm not a fan of this attire at all. He looks more like Odin to me than a Thor. He looks too old. So this, very much more accurate to the movies if you're a big fan of the Thor movies or the Avenger movies. So I'm sure a lot of people will be picking up that skin. And then, of course, we get Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. My daughter's much more of a fan of this look than the look he got in-game. I actually think his look in-game is pretty cool. But I actually like the skin we got for him in the beta. That cool-looking Django Unchained kind of looking, old Western suit that he had on. I thought that looked really cool as well. I thought that was a really awesome skin. But for those who are fans of the movie, you got your more movie-accurate skin available to you. And I believe all these are skins that are going to be there at launch for us. That's why they're showing all these off. And then we got Magik, or Magik, however you pronounce her name. Eldritch armor, first appeared in the New Mutants from 1983, number 65. Didn't realize this character was that old a character. Pretty cool. I didn't really use her in the beta at all. I didn't really enjoy the playstyle. I haven't been a big fan of a lot of the melee characters, but I'm very excited for Iron Fist, because Iron Fist looks really, really, really cool. But this attire, I know we don't get to see much of it, but I like the colors. I like the sword colors and everything. So that's a very cool looking skin from what we can see of it. And then we got Iron Man. Not a fan of this one. We got the Superior Iron Man. First appeared in Superior Iron Man from 2014, issue #1. I think our, our comic book accurate kind of one that they gave us for launch of the game. I think that's much better. I just like the colors, everything pops. The blue, everything about it. I like that costume a lot more than this one, but for those who are a fan of Superior Iron Man, there you go. One of our first Iron Man skins. And then the Hulk. We get Hulk Green Scar first appeared in Hulk from 1999, issue number 92. And of course, our base Hulk looks pretty cool as is. I had no problems with him. I thought he looked great. But if you're more into this kind of attire, I think that looks pretty cool too. So no faults there. And is that the end of our attires? I believe that was all 30 skins that we have available so far. Obviously, they haven't given us the full reveal of Wolverine. I'm expecting that in the coming days. But as you saw here, we just got revealed the Iron Fist, and now we have a skin for the Iron Fist. Obviously, I think his in-game model, this, looks so cool as it is. Looks like, to me, reminds me of Robin from Batman and Robin. The Batman franchise. I think he just looks like a cooler version of Robin. Very cool with that, mask. I think he's a cool looking character there. I don't know what I think about this look. I'd have to see. I like the colors of, the sword looking thing and whatever, but I'm a fan of this. And then, of course, we didn't show this off at the beginning. Squirrel Girl in her base attire. I think this is really going to be a fan favorite. I think there's going to be so many fans because she's just a fun, cool looking character. Her abilities look fun. If you saw her character breakdown, looks like she's going to be a lot of fun to use. And I really like the character model. They made it look good. I don't know how crazy I am about the Urban Hunter attire, but it is what it is. But either way, Dubious Ones, I hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope you found this helpful, and stay tuned to the channel because I'm sure we're going to be getting those reveals of our last handful of characters over the coming day or two, and I will be eager to show you those last few skins as soon as we get them. But until then, thank you all for watching, and if you made it this far, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know who you're most excited for, and what skin did you think looked the best. I want to hear from you guys. My favorite skin out of all of them would have to be either Spider-Man No Way Home because I'm biased. I love this, but probably Mohawk Rock for Storm. I just think that looks so cool. Mohawk Rock is awesome, so I probably have to go with this one. Obviously, not my favorite character to play in the game, but it's just such a badass skin. Punisher 2099 also looks cool, and of course the Kraven the Hunter's inspired looking theme. Blast Chosen also a very good pick, but I want to hear your picks in the comments down below. But until the next one, Dubious Ones, thank you all so much for watching. I will catch you later. Deuces.